it's fucking hot out here. I don't know how hot, but it must be like 80 something. It's ridiculous. I have to turn on the air conditioning so my phone does not overheat and I don't overheat. So yeah. Wait till we get some people in here. Nice, we got 2 people in here. This is just a random live stream. I was gonna announce ahead of time, but I got busy at the laundromat right now. I don't know why they don't. It's like run by this Chinese couple, and like for some reason they always keep the bathroom locked, and it's really weird. And like I was like, can you unlock the bathroom? And for some reason she doesn't have a key, so she has like part of like a pair of scissors. She has a part of a pair of scissors, and she comes over to the door, and she's just like, she just opens it like that. I'm like, all right, thanks. I don't know why you keep it locked. I assume so people don't do drugs, but I don't know. Damn, still at work. I know that feeling, David. I'm dreading going back to work. I have to go back to work and the day after tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm really not. I'm not in LA, no. I'm in Illinois, but I've been watching the watching videos and watching the news. It looks crazy. I don't know how you're gonna wave a Mexican flag in America and you're gonna stomp on the American flag when you're in the country. I mean, like, yeah, I talk about like America and how it sucks and everything like that, but that's because I do love this country and I want it to improve. Because right now the country has been declining, and it's been declining for a long time. It's just like I criticize it because I want this country to improve. I want everything to improve in this country. Like, we have the potential to be a lot greater than we were. You know, we were really great at one point, and we have the potential to be greater, but it's just like with all these corrupt laws and everything that's been going on, and then hyperinflation and this and that, it's like it's not what it once, it's not what it once was. So that's why I criticize America, because it could be really great. It could be a lot better than, but with everything that's going on, it's gone downhill. So it's, it's over for American souls, yeah. It's not the whole city, it's like a sector. Still crazy, though. What's up, legends? What's up, Smo? How's it going? You at work? Are you at home? It's just a random live stream. Dude, the Romans at the fall of Rome said the same thing. It's over. Lenin. Sounds like Daddy Yankee type shit. That's funny. Alright. Yeah. What's cracking, Space Bank? What the fuck? I need to clean out my car. It's fucking horrible. Took a few mushrooms and now I'm feeling okay. Okay. I've done the mushrooms at the gas station before, but those don't have the psilocybin in it that gives you the effect that normal mushrooms do. So I really didn't feel anything. I've never actually taken like regular normal mushrooms with the psilocybin though. So I don't know. Nothing. Go wave slave some more. Always keep a trash bin in my car. I should really start doing that too. It's just, what happens is I collect gloves from work. I lose them, or I throw them in my car and I forget about them, and then I end up with a pile of work gloves. And like water bottles, and it's a terrible habit. So I need to, yeah. Mushrooms at the gas station. So yeah, it was Didn't make me feel too good after, but I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. Oh, that's a hard one, man. I would still say living with narcissistic parents is harder, just because when you're in your car by yourself, you really don't have to deal with anybody except when the police come, and then it's an issue. When the police come and they kick you out constantly, and you have to deal with like tweakers. Once you have to like watch out for police, and you have to watch out for homeless people. So like, especially if it's a bad area, like when I lived in Waukegan, Illinois, it was a bad area. Tweakers all the time coming up to my car. You would know immediately that they're homeless. You would look at them, your eyes would like lock, and then they like come over to you like a zombie, and you're just like, oh shit. I'd be at the gas station for a second, like filling up my car and like getting something in the gas station. Then I'd come out and they're like slowly walking towards your car, and you'd get in, and then by the time they'd almost make it to my car, I'd usually already be pulling out. But sometimes they'd make it to my car before I could pull out, and they'd always knock on my window and ask me for money and this and that, or they try to sell me drugs, and it's like, it was annoying. What's more, living with nurse? Oh, okay, I already read it. More doomer news, sadly, for today. I'm also an economic doomer. Oh, okay. Thanks for all the great content lately. I'm glad you've been liking it. Faceless channels, yeah. I'm trying to get back active with that. I got one more video in the queue I'm going to upload this month for the Faceless channel. Maybe more. But check back there for more content. I'm going to start uploading more videos again. I haven't forgotten about it, so. Appreciate the audio track in other languages, man. Wait, what audio track? Is there an audio track in other languages? Thinking about going nomad for a bit and living off savings. Man, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like I've said, just go live your life, guys, because it's so short. You're just working for so fucking little. Like, you're working for so little, and life is so short, and it's just like, just go out and live your life and travel if you can. If you have a savings, travel, live your life, because it's gonna go by so fast. Like, I remember when I was like 28, and it's 4 years went by when I was like nothing. So, oh, is it on there? I didn't even know it was an option. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Compared to other countries, we work, but like since the money's not shit, and since inflation's so high, and the government has mismanaged our money to the point of no return, it really doesn't mean anything anymore, because it's worth almost nothing. I'm glad the languages are on. I didn't know it was translated to other languages. That's good. It doesn't feel real to me either. It's just like, what happened? Just like the last 5 years have just been an absolute disaster. Like an absolute disaster. I can't even believe it's been 5 years already since 2020. It doesn't even feel like it. It's the craziest part. It doesn't even feel like it. So. Read an article about how the real unemployment, if you conclude the average that do not pay above you stop looking for it's 25%. I don't know. It's high though. It's very, very high. The unemployment is very high. It's always higher than they're going to say it in the news. Always, no matter what. Do you have any advice for times when you feel like you've let yourself down? So let yourself down how? Like, what do you mean? Like you've gone off track from what you're like supposed to be doing, or just like, what do you mean? Like when I guess, like for example, with my courses that I'm doing, the programming courses, when I get off track with my phone, like with the phone thing, what I do is I just resume where I left off. I resume where I left off, and I try to always improve. I try to always do better. Sometimes, like if I'm doing my courses, I'll throw my phone, for example, like over on the bed so I can't reach it, so I have to focus on like what I'm doing. You know, I haven't really been, once I get off track though, I'll just get right back on. Like, yeah, I'll feel really shitty about it, but like I'm so used to feeling shitty about life and everything, and having so much shit to deal with, and mental problems, and just like, you know, it's I'm so used to it. I don't know. It's just pure willpower at this point. It's pure willpower. It really is. That's all I can tell you. It's just pure willpower, and just hoping that, you know, what I'm doing with these courses, and staying focused, and, you know, trying my best to save. That's pretty much it. It's willpower, and it's just hoping that it's going to pay off one day. So that's it. That's the advice I have for you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in disbelief. I'm in completely disbelief of how bad these 5 years were. And I mean, just people just like, and it's still, people are just like, come on, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Come on, it could be worse. We didn't always used to have families, and live in houses, and have cars, and have decent jobs. It's like, yes, we did. Every previous generation before us had that pretty much. So like, that, and this is the problem. The problem with American people is they've been so brainwashed by the government. They've been so brainwashed by society into into this accepting. Americans have a problem with accepting worse and worse living conditions, because what they do is the government convinces them, and other people convinces them to always look at the bright side, and that's fine. You can look at the bright side, you can have positivity, but again, like there's, like Millennial Steam says, there's positivity, and then there's toxic positivity, right? So you can only be positive for so long, but when you see conditions getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, you know, it gets to a point where it's like, all right, dude, yeah, like I get it, but you know, we shouldn't be just accepting worse and worse conditions. We shouldn't just be, you know, you can only be grateful for so long until you see the shit. You see how shitty things are getting, and just like, you know, this isn't right. It's not right that we have to live in worse and worse conditions. It's not right that our money keeps getting deflated, you know, to the point of no return by the government. It's not right that we have to live with a bunch of roommates. Like, enough is enough. Again, like the whole toxic positivity, it's fine. Positivity's fine, but again, it gets to a point where you got to look at the reality of things. Feel you, man. I appreciate it. No problem. Of course, I made the mistake of talking to a woman about this. There are no good jobs out there. Where? There aren't no good jobs out there. As far as I've applied to a lot. I've applied to a lot of jobs. Okay. Just a lot of ignorant people out there that don't understand the reality of this job market. My dad's an alcoholic narcissist. He's always asked me for help, but I barely ask him for anything. Yeah, that's how it goes. Is they always feel entitled to your time. They always feel entitled to your help, and to your energy, and this and that. Like, because that's just how they are. That's the way their brains are wired. Their brains are wired to believe that everybody else revolves around them. The whole world revolves around the narcissist. That's the typical narcissist. So of course he believes that. Of course he thinks that. That's dope. I'm working on a video right now. I just got to find the stock footage that I want to use. Nice. Okay. How much longer do you plan on sticking at your current job? Until I can find another one. But really, you know, I hoping that within this year I'm going to complete my courses, my programming courses. pretty much, I've almost got to the point of understanding. I'm on the final project still of the CSS part. I'm starting to finally understand it. Then I got JavaScript. Then I got a few more modules. I got React. I got a few other things to learn. And I'm just hoping it's going to pan out. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to do overtime at work, YouTube, the gym and all these things. Try to figure out how to get more kind of passive income on the side. I'm getting some from YouTube, which is nice. Like, I never expected to get anything from YouTube, which is great, And a lot of you have been generously donating, and I appreciate all of you and appreciate that. But yeah, I've been thinking of other ways to gain passive income, so I don't have to spend all my time at this warehouse, so I can focus on school. So I can focus on building other skills. But I'm trying to, I don't know, I've just been trying to balance this, working at this warehouse, doing overtime, doing all these things, YouTube, the gym, and I don't know. I'm gonna stay until I save enough money, I'm gonna stay until I save enough money and I can just kind of take a leap of faith and finish this program that I'm doing, and hopefully do YouTube full time and do the programming if I can find a programming job, and just learn other skills. So maybe within this year I'd like to be out of the warehouse job. I'd say that within the year. Okay, you have to have money to day trade. That's the problem, is you have to have money to day trade. You can't just day trade if you don't have money. Let's see. Boomers are still living in the 80s and don't care that Billie Jean is not my lover. She's the girl who claims that I'm the one. I was watching a TikTok clip of a house in the Balkans. A whole family effectively lives in one house, and one of the dumb comments said something along the lines of, "This looks like poverty." People are just nuts, yeah. Dude, do you realize AI is going to start taking pretty much every job? Almost no job is safe from AI, unless you want to go into the trades right now. But even then, once the trades get saturated, again, it's the problem with the whole way the system is set up, is once something gets saturated, then it's useless. So once the trades get oversaturated, guess what? Everybody's pay is going to go down. All right, they're not going to be hiring as many people for the trades anymore. Just like, fine, that's the issue again. Yes, I am. I'm doing web development. I've been doing it for about 3 months now. I put small amounts in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can day trade $100 with 20 times leverage. That's been dead since 1991. Well, yeah, there's a lot of jobs that have been dying. So, what do you recommend if, do you recommend I just keep working at this warehouse for the rest of my life? Or like finance is going to be taken apart again. Finance is not safe either from AI. None of these jobs are safe. You have a lot to lose. You have to lose a lot of money to get good at trade. That's what I'm saying. If you had a lot of money, yeah, you gotta have a lot of money. Okay, who's the narcissist? I don't know who we're talking about. That's the problem, is you need a lot of money. Decent amount you need to invest. I mean, I have some invested, but it's, hey, it's been a while. I came back on YouTube. Oh, Gothic, I remember. How's it going? You've been off YouTube for a little bit. What have you been doing? I mean, it seems like that. It seems like you have to gamble some fucking shitcoin, pretty much. You told me about looking into Cambodia? No, I didn't. I don't remember even you telling me that. I look into it, but again, like, I can't travel anywhere until I get the money. It's the problem is making the money overseas. You unless you want to save for years and years and years and years, unless you believe you can save your way out of this inflation for years, and with how everything's going up, again, like, I gotta find a job that I can do online before I can move over. So, like, I have to get something, get good at something online so I can have that income coming in. Like, I'm not just gonna move overseas with no income. Like, how you can live off your savings for a while, but then you're gonna have to go back. So what's the point? You have to. Yeah, lawsuits are. Yeah, that's why everybody does lawsuits. Okay, you need 3K in a plane ticket. Okay, 3K is not much money. You're gonna run out of 3K. You'll run out of 3K like that. What do you? I could teach English, but you're not. It's not like you're not earning the American dollar. That's the problem. The problem is how much they're going to pay you. Okay, it's not going to be as much as you would make here, most likely. That's the issue. DoorDash pays $30 an hour. DoorDash does not pay, depending on maybe how many orders you do, and but DoorDash does not pay anywhere near $30 an hour for me. Okay, I could be a teacher overseas, but again, how much would that actually pay? Most jobs overseas do not pay a living wage. I understand what you mean, though. What, you're saying you get $1,000 a month? You get $1,000 a month for teaching English online, or in person? Oh, okay. So what do you mean? You don't need a degree or anything to do this? You just do it? Run DoorDash for 3 months, then goes to Thailand for. But what's the point? Then you got to come back here. You got to keep coming back here, and yeah, for vacation it's fine. I understand you go, that's fine. You go on vacation or whatever. But when you work a warehouse job like me, and you need to ask for permission to go on vacation, and then you have to accumulate a bunch of hours to go on vacation to begin with. It's kind of hard. Okay, I'll look it up. Next time I do a live stream, I'll get back to you. I'll look it up and see what you're talking about. I appreciate it. Just stumbled across your channel. You seem solid. I've been mining engineering for 30 years, and I think it may be the new oil. They have to start deregulating copper. Will be big. Okay, so explain exactly what you do in your job. I'm not familiar. I mean, yeah, I do want to exit, but again, I have to have, I have to have a couple of sources of income before I go. I can't just rely on, I can't rely on a ticket and a dream to get me there. Yes, I do. I know a few folks who moved to Thailand that teach, like your friends. Too dangerous and too expensive. The Philippines? I heard the Philippines is not that expensive. I mean, I know like the Philippines is definitely, you know, it's definitely dangerous, and it definitely, there's a lot of poverty in the Philippines, but I didn't know. Mining operations and processing plants. Okay. So you got 30 years of experience doing that. So what are you thinking about doing now? Are you going to continue down that route, or did you go to university for that, or I'm not familiar. No, South America. Okay. Okay, man, do the things you're talking about and then start telling people what to do. I just went back to Japan last month. It was amazing. Nice. Yep, good old Illinois. So college, but mostly on job, retired. I've got friends doing it. I'm just an English teacher and stock trader, only here because USA is so expensive, but I'm not broke like that. Do you speak any other languages? Yes, I do. I speak Spanish and English. I know a dude who makes crazy money dumpster diving. My fucking dad used to do that. We were upper middle class, but whenever we would get home from somewhere, like we'd go home from church or whatever, like, you know, my dad or my mom would be driving, and when my dad was driving, he'd stop. He'd like stop in random neighborhoods along the way back home. He'd stop in random neighborhoods, and my mom would be like, "What are you doing?" Just looking for something. And he would pull out garbage from the dumpster and put it in the back of the car and drive off. And he wouldn't sell it. He would just keep it. That's where I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I can make it in time before the inflation goes down. Getting citizenship might be a problem depending on how the judge is feeling that day. I've got friends doing it. I'm not just English teachers. I'm stock trading here because USA. So you got friends living in Cambodia just teaching English? Is that the only way, or just teaching English? I don't know. Again, people are telling me not to do it, but I'm already invested into it. I might as well. Like, I'm not gonna just stop just because somebody, oh, don't do. There's always gonna be somebody who's like, no, don't do it because this might happen, or no, don't do it because this might happen, or AI is gonna take this. It's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm doing full web development, full stack web development. I'm gonna see if it pays off. And if it doesn't, then whatever. But I'm also doing other things on the side, like YouTube, and looking for other ways to earn income. So, well, that's what I'm looking into. I mean, I'm doing YouTube, and I'm looking for other ways to earn online. You're right. I just got to give him a handshake. I got to make sure that I have my paper application fill out as well. That shit has to look perfect. I got to have my paper application fill out, and I got to just give him a firm handshake, and I got to make sure I'm dressed up in a suit and a tie. They should hire me after that, right? If I go in there, I have my hair slicked back, suit and a tie, application in hand, they're totally not going to tell me to go apply online and wait, stick my thumb up my ass and wait, 2 months. Two hours a day, what, with English teaching, you're saying? Yeah, that's going to be automated, unfortunately. I mean, I never really thought about teaching English, but I'll look into it. Let's see. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's probably might, it could be replaced by AI. If it does, then, that's on me, but I'm going to try it. Gotta try something. I'm already doing this, so. Tremendous channel and content. Appreciate it. Sup, chat? What's up, Donald Trump? Maybe both. I mean, yeah, that could definitely be a possibility. Maybe both. No, I don't have any desire to do the trades. I don't, because that means I gotta stay here in the U.S. If I gotta stay here in the U.S., I don't want to stay here in the U.S. I don't want to. Trades do not interest me. Like I've done hard labor I've worked in warehouses, I've done construction, I've done carpet cleaning, I've done I've done it all, dude. I've done all these physical jobs for the past 12 years. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of doing physical work. That's the thing. Because I just keep getting poorer here. That's why. Because I went from being able to afford an apartment to not being able to afford any apartment to having to live with roommates. That's why. Because I keep getting poorer here, and my money goes to the government, and the government spends it on bullshit, and I see less and less of my money every single day. And there are no jobs here, and yeah. Pretty much, because I'd like to travel. I'd like to see new places. I don't want to stay in the U.S. when it's just getting worse and worse here. When there are no jobs, when there are pretty much no opportunities. There's nothing there's nothing here. Yeah, I used to carpet clean at Stanley Steamer, and I hated my life too. Stanley Steamer sucks because you have so much unpaid time and overtime in general that you're doing. So you're every time you only get paid when you do the houses. And then they really sparked it up to make, they tried to sweeten the pot. They're like, you're going to make this money and this and that, trust me, you're going to make so much money, but you're really not making any money. And you're not even doing 40 hours a lot of weeks. And by the way, you're not getting paid any of the time that you travel from house to house. So good luck. Sometimes you have to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours to the next house, and you don't get paid until the job is done. So sometimes you only do 2 houses, maybe 3 houses in a day, and guess what? You don't get shit. So that sucked. I agree. Yeah, I can feel myself becoming one. Yeah. I mean, not women that men are going out with. No, not what. I mean, it's not all of them, but there's a reason why men are going overseas. You think America would do something like a legislative Berlin Wall to prevent Americans from leaving? I often think about this. I don't know, man. I mean, it's a good question. I don't know what it would be, what it'd be for, I don't know why would they prevent Americans from leaving. It's a possibility. I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah. Yes, I'm fluent in Spanish. I'm learning Portuguese at the moment. I heard Portuguese is really hard. You can be a short order cook on a fancy yacht. Yeah, right. People in France make less money than an average, but they keep more of their money. That tell you something about France. Europe is so different. Feels like U.S. here in the States have been told like some falsehoods, preventing brain drain of hire Americans to other countries. I'm currently learning Korea because it's the most spoken language in my state. What state do you live in? It's a good language to learn if you're really into tech, okay? In a van? I mean, I don't know about the van life. I considered it, maybe, possibly. I've done the car living before. In Illinois, and let me tell you, it's not fun. Car living, anybody who says you can just live in your car, you can do it, but it's not an easy life living in your car. Not to mention you don't have access to kitchen, you don't have access to a microwave, you don't have access to fresh food. You're most likely eating garbage food from the gas station or from the store. Again, you're looking for places to sleep at night where you won't get bothered either by the cops or drug addicts or bad people if you're living in a bad neighborhood. You got to figure out where to shower. You got to have a gym membership to shower, right? You got to figure out where to shower and everything. And it's not an easy life to live in your car. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have to live in a van in the U.S., you might as well just leave for a better lifestyle. DBDR is doing it. That's what I heard last time he was doing it. I don't know if he's still doing it. I mean, good on him. It's not an easy lifestyle, but I give him props. That is brutal because you're doing construction all day and then you smell like shit. You got to get in your car, figure out where to shower. Your back hurts all day, but you got to sleep in an uncomfortable car and then you got to get up and do it again. That is brutal, in my opinion. I might move to Poland. I'm going to visit Poland for 2 weeks. Nice. Apparently my aunt that lives there might help me find a job. Okay. Eastern Europe seems way too risky. War or skirmishes can break out at any moment. Yeah. Plus, you'd have to learn a whole foreign language. I mean, I know a foreign language already. I guess it depends on where you want to go. If you're gonna go live somewhere, you're probably, wherever you're gonna live in a foreign country, you're probably gonna have to learn the language, and that's just the way it is. I don't live in a foreign country, but I did it just because I wanted to do it. Well, I thought I was gonna get married with my girlfriend. That didn't work out, but I just kept learning anyway. So, I mean, I'm still glad I took the time to do it. I mean, now I know it, so I can travel to any Spanish-speaking country. It's not a problem. I can travel to wherever I want that speaks Spanish. And I know different dialects. I know different slang from different countries and how they speak from different countries, and so. Live off the swamp. It's either van life in the U.S. or live in a different country. By the way, I know some Polish, so I can manage. Nice. Yeah, I mean they can be, but again, there are areas where you can go that aren't as dangerous. I mean, it just depends on the area. Like, I've asked a lot of people at work, people from Venezuela. I've asked from people from Venezuela. I've asked from people from Mexico. I've asked people from Colombia. They're like, it just depends on where you go. Like, it's not like they've told me personally because they used to live there. And they're like, it's not always dangerous. It just depends on where you go. So, I mean, that's what they told me, but. Again, I've never been to them, so I don't know. Yeah, it's it helps that I work with people with who've been to different countries, who speak different dialects. I've learned their slang. They've taught me how they speak and what words they use. And you've been there twice, 2009 and 2007. What part? It's dangerous as fuck. Are there more European parts of South America? Say I heard there's areas in North Argentina I might be looking at. My South Europe friends have been urging me to get out of there. And you live where again? Cartagena, Barranquilla, Bogota. Yeah, I've heard those can be dangerous. Yeah, I've heard. In Chicago, like you're in the south side of Chicago, or? You did say. Costa Rica's brought up quite a bit, but it seems like a meme. Why is that? Right, that's what I'm saying. You just have to have some common sense. Like, yes, these can be dangerous countries, I'm sure, but like, I'm sure there are less dangerous spots to go to as well. Also, so what do you guys been thinking of the videos so far? Are you guys liking them? Not liking them? I'm just curious. I got a couple more videos coming up. Like I said, I got one really good video coming up, but I'm waiting on a few things that I need to do this video for. I got another video coming soon. I got quite a few videos in the queue that I'm gonna upload, but like I just want to know you guys' thoughts on the videos that I've been putting out so far. If you guys like them, don't like them, or let's see. Your videos yesterday was great. Keep going. You're speaking words out of millennials' brains. Born in 93. Same. Born in 93. I'm not that old, but I'm not that young anymore. And I've seen how things have changed, and they've changed drastically. Not for the better, unfortunately. I'm glad you liked the video though. Love the videos. The videos are good. Your last 5 to 10 videos were gold. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. These next couple videos I'm gonna put out, you're gonna like a lot. So again, stay tuned. You'll see them within the next few days. Still gonna be uploading videos on narcissism. I got a couple more videos right now in the queue I'm gonna upload that are about estranged parents, some estranged parent TikToks I found that are just remind me so much of my mom, to be honest. But I'm still gonna be doing narcissism video breakdowns and talking about that. And so, need to sing more in every video. You're my Asian girlfriend, so I was born in 1988. Oh, okay. I really like hearing them. You cover important topics for millennials. Very genuine from the soul. I appreciate it. Strange parents video. Yeah, these strange parents one. What's this lady? Yeah, the strange parents ones always make me laugh. The ones on TikTok always make me laugh. They always reveal themselves. Like Ollie Matthews says in his videos, if you just let these estranged parents talk, they really do reveal themselves. Like, you can see who's the problem win these videos within like the first 2 or 3 minutes. They just let them talk, and it's always vague. Like, these estranged parents always talk about vague things. They never go into detail as to why they've gotten, no contact. It's just like, apparently I'm a bad mother, or apparently I'm a bad father, or, apparently my children have no contact with me because I didn't give them everything. Like, they're always on this vague bullshit, and they never go into the actual reasons as to why. Why? Because if they were to go in the actual reasons as to why they got cut off, as to why they're estranged, then everybody would be against them. So they can't have that. So they go into this, they give vague reasons and vague excuses as to why there's no contact. Yeah, they were greedy. We're feeling the effects. This is everything we're feeling right now. A lot is the effects of the boomer bringing it. It's the boomer tearing this economy, and the boomer has destroyed this economy, has run this economy into the ground with their voting decisions, with the fact that they kept upping the debt ceiling, and they keep upping the debt ceiling. All these things that we're seeing right now, all these effects of the economy, is hyperinflation and everything, is a large majority is part of the boomers. It's the boomers' fault. Not saying all of it, but they're the people who keep voting in these decisions. They're the people who keep doing all this. They don't want to relinquish power. They don't want to relinquish the houses. Nobody can get houses because they don't want to relinquish it. They don't want to put their houses up on the market. They don't want to get out of power in the office. They just don't want to give it up. Boomers are obsessed with power. They're obsessed with control. I'm 36. I'm not an old man, but not a juvenile. Enter shout out to Ollie Matthews. Yeah, his channel is really good. I agree with a lot of what he says. Poor people having kids are also poor as wild to me. Well, the good thing is, if Trump is doing one good thing, it's cutting Section 8. It's cutting these benefits for these mothers that just want to pop out kids one after another. These mothers that don't actually love their kids, but they're saying, hey, I can get X amount of money if I have another kid. If I have so-and-so amount of kids, I can get X amount of money. I can get Section 8. I can get this. I can that. It's wild. So for people I'm glad that Section 8 is being cut and these benefits are being cut for people like this. But at the same time, it's like how can I explain it? It's a double-edged sword, because the people who actually need benefits now, they can't get it. It's kind of like a bunch of bad apples ruin the bunch, because the people that actually need these benefits now are not really going to be able to get them, right? So it's hard. It's hard to know what to feel about it, but I'm glad that these people who are taking advantage of the system like this are not going to be getting the benefits they were getting before. Oh, right. They're living in these mansions and these nice houses because they got the opportunity to do so when the dollar was worth 10 to 15 times more than it is now. And they got to do investing and 401ks, and they got pensions and this and that. Boy, I would be happy for just half of what the baby boomers had back then. To just have half of the wealth that the boomers had back then. God. Oh, man. I swear. No, we can't even buy a starter home. That's why you see Amazon and Tesla and all these companies selling pods on the internet now. Like, Amazon is rolling out these houses, and Tesla's rolling out these cost affordable houses, because they're not affordable. And regular houses are not affordable anymore. And the boomers are not putting them on the market because they don't want to put them on. They don't want to sell them. So it's like, that's why you see Tesla rolling out these houses. That's why you see Amazon rolling out these like mobile houses where the setup is easy and you can put it wherever. And it's wild. We're really living in wild times. It's really something. It's crazy, if you think about it. You have people living in tents and campers now, and because they don't want to pay rent, and it's like, man. Right, selling out your children's future for cruises and casinos. It's always temporary, instant pleasure, right? They never think about the long term. Always the short term. Always me. Always now. I want this. Well, right, the delusional, because they already got theirs. They got their wealth. They got their houses. They got their boat. They have no clue, because the last time they applied to the job to a job in the job market was like 1992. Back when everybody was still doing paper applications. And I mean, I'm not saying they weren't doing it after the 90s, but they haven't applied to jobs in God knows how long. I mean, they're completely clueless. Right, single mothers seething right now. Right, exactly. I'm okay with a hikikomori. Look, if that's the lifestyle you want to do, I'm okay with it. Like I talked in my videos, you live the life that you want to live, because the cost of living has gotten so out of hand and so unaffordable. It's like people are giving up, and I get it. I'm not going to bash anybody who wants to live a bare basic life. If you want to do that, that's fine. I understand. Shit is just out of control. The economy is out of control. The cost of living is out of control. If you want to live a basic life and you're happy with it, I understand. I totally get it. So, I've been thinking about getting just a mobile home, but if you don't own the land, you can lose everything. Right, because if you're only renting the land, then it's not yours, and you can lose it. Right, that's the problem. What do I think about antidepressants? I think they're a temporary solution to a problem that you need to do. You need to fix yourself. Your dopamine, your serotonin's out of whack because this American culture that we live in is toxic. We put poison in the food. We have chemtrails putting poison in the food. We work everybody to death in these jobs that we were never really designed to do any of these jobs. We weren't designed to sit at a desk for 12 hours a day. We weren't designed to do all this heavy labor for 10 to 12 hours a day, 50, 60 hours a week. We weren't designed to drive these cars. Like, if you think about it, like, we evolved to think this was normal. Like, we're conditioned to think this is normal, but this is not really normal. All these things that we have to go through and do, and all this stress from living in this fast-paced society in America, it takes a toll on people's mental health. And then when it takes a toll on people's mental health and people snap, they call them mentally ill. But really, this society, this is a sick society. And the people that have adjusted to the sick society are sicker than the people who go insane. The people that go insane and shoot up these schools, and the people that flip out and have to be admitted to these psych wards, those are the sane people, because they realize that this society, this culture, this country, the way we live, it's an insane life to live. My opinion is the people that get accustomed to this, to living in the sick society that we live in, are the real sick ones, in my personal opinion. I cannot get accustomed to this. I will never get accustomed to this. So, that's what I think. Have you heard of stay-at-home sons? Yes, I've heard of I've watched the video. I have heard of stay-at-home sons. And I'll give you guys a hint. That's going to be one of the next videos coming in the next few days. I'm going to be talking about that, and you're going to love that rant. So that's going to be one of the next few videos of the stay-at-home son thing that Fox News was talking about. So keep on the lookout for that video, because it's going to be good. And I already have it in the queue. I'm just doing the final editing and everything, but you're going to see that real soon. Do antidepressants cause permanent damage? I think if they're taken for too long, and I think if you're taking too high of a dose, I think they can cause long-term damage. Me personally, I believe that. Yeah, that's why I don't take any antidepressants. That's why I don't take any drugs anymore. People will keep pushing hustle culture, promoting having multiple jobs are part of the problem. Yeah. Money in the chaos, so they will push it to profit. Right. Mental health is scary. Not everyone can keep it together. Rich keep crushing them to the point of no return. It's sickening. Yeah, exactly. I'm a neat living in my parents' attic, and I feel stuck here. I'm sorry. I don't know do you have a job, or I don't know. It's a hard situation to be in. Notice no one in society has ever said anything positive to tell men, positive to reinforce, positive to help society. Wait, what? Right? No. We're never given positive. You're right. We're never given positive reinforcement. As men, we're not given positive reinforcement. We're only told to work harder. Exactly. Yeah, a lot of people are one bad day from snapping. I see it all the time too. Like bad driving, people tailgating me, people rushing in between cars, fucking driving like maniacs. All right. It seems like we just started the live stream, guys, but I gotta end this here real soon. So I gotta start doing my laundry, putting in my laundry in the dryer and getting that going. So if you have any other questions or anything else you want to talk about in the next few minutes, put your comments down below, and I'll try to read as many as I can. Yeah, you too, Zero. Good to see you. Stay strong, King. Thank you. Trump 2028. Have a great day. Appreciate it. A few more minutes here, and if anybody you have any other questions or anything, just let me know. Like I said, I'll try to read them. Appreciate the random chats. I know they help more people than they realize. Than we realize. I thank you for stopping by and watching. I appreciate it. No job. I get no response from the client. Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. I tell everybody this, and they don't understand that there are no jobs. How long are you learning to code? Well, until I finish this. I got this whole HTML, I got a CSS portion, I got a JavaScript portion, I got a React portion I'm going to do. After that, I'm going to be learning a little bit about AI. I have yet to get to that module. There are a few more I got to do. So it's probably going to be, I would say, 6 months to a year I'm going to finish. I'm hoping within 6 to 8 months I'm going to finish. So I can start looking for jobs and see if I can get anything, but who knows. Thanks for the stream. It takes a lot of effort to courage to honestly. I mean, I appreciate it. I guess I don't want to say courage, but I just like to put my thoughts out there. Learn Cobalt or front Fort ran. Okay, I'll look that up. Last thoughts on XRP. It's investing in our enslavement, but it seems like a decent. I have some money into XRP right now, head stamp, and it hasn't gone up. I have some in XRP. I have some in another coin that's called Mudang, which is from the Philippines. I have some in Shiba Inu, none of which have gone up as of yet. I haven't invested in Coinbase, but I haven't seen any profits from it yet. So if it does, I'll let you know. Kobo, old language, okay. Yeah, I mean, try to invest into it. See if you can get anything from it. You really just have to ask around. You have to look at videos and kind of find emerging trends and emerging coins that you think that people are saying that, you know, this is going to blow up or this is going to blow up. It's hard. It's hard to know who you're supposed to trust on YouTube as far as, you know, where to invest or, you know. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I know. But I'm hoping, look, even if I don't get a tech job, maybe I can go on Fiverr. At the very least, I can post jobs on Fiverr and see if I can get anybody, you know, who I can sell my services to. So, who knows? It won't matter. One world AI government digital currency is coming. We'll just have to see, I guess. It's hard to tell, guys. It's really hard to tell. This AI thing it's scary. You know, we just don't know what's going to happen, so. Right, yeah, gold is up a ton. Gold is really expensive right now. I don't watch sports, so I don't know. All right, guys. No, there's AI jobs everywhere. I don't feel good about it too. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're just gonna have to see what's gonna happen in the following year or two. So. Just 1 second. No, yo no tengo dinero para comprar nada, perdón. No, yo no tengo plata, solamente tarjeta, perdón. Lo siento. Okay. Rising gold means war could be. This fucking lady, like, I always see her around the goddamn laundry mat offering it. I feel bad, but I don't have money. Stay strong, man. We're all gonna make it. Yeah, I hope so. Apple is being sued by 3 companies for false ads and AI. Jesus, I didn't know that. We're not all going to make it. That's not how capitalism. Right. Unfortunately, if everybody was to win this game, this system is not made for everybody to win the game. That's why there's winners and there's losers, unfortunately. Like, that's why there has to be losers right now in order to keep the rich rich. That's at least how this system is set up right now. It wasn't always like that. Back in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, you could pretty much, as long as you worked hard, you could win. You could get ahead. But the way that the way that the government has everything set up right now, and the way inflation is, it's you're way more likely to lose at this game than you are to win. It's a rigged game at this point. It really is. Unfortunately, all we can do is try, and it's not guaranteed that we're going to get anywhere. But what else can we do if we're not? We either try or we give up at this point. There's nothing else we can really do. So. Okay, look, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. You're talking about the Cambodia thing as well, teaching English. I'll look into the finances, and I'll look into the Cambodia thing. But right now, I already got my money invested into this web development. I'm gonna take a chance on it. If it pans out, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. All right. Sorry, guys. I've been on this live stream longer than I thought. I gotta go in and get my laundry. I gotta put it in the dryer. So, thank you everybody who can make it in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Right. I mean, I'm gonna stick with it because I already invested the money. But like, look, if it doesn't pan out, I'll look into the English teaching in Cambodia, like you said. I'm gonna look into that. So the next live stream I do, I'll let you know how that goes. I'll let you know what I find out, and then I'll look into the finance as well. I appreciate your suggestions, though. I'll look into them. Yeah, guys, no problem. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for coming on the live stream. Really appreciate it. We got a lot of people in here, had some good conversations. I wish I could stay on longer. Next time I'll try to do a live stream that's longer. But appreciate you all for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.